In the first part of this test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk first of all about your hometown. Tell me about the town where you live.
Well, it's a scenic and peaceful little town located in a mountainous area in southern China.
And what do you like about your hometown?
I love the vibe there. It's pretty chilled and laid back. Whenever I feel stressed out from school, I would just get into the woods and find my inner peace again. It's definitely my healing retreat.
Okay, so now I'm going to go on and ask you some questions about sports, okay? Are you a fan of any sports teams?
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Cantonese team in CBA. It has won the championship for like 11 times and it has cultivated many talents for the national team. They didn't win the cup this year though, because they didn't stay in the zone. But I guess they will make a comeback next year.
What kind of sports do you like?
Honestly, I'm not really the sporty type. But if someone invites me to play badminton, I just don't say no because I enjoy playing badminton. It requires a lot of back and forth and you need to be quick on your feet. That's why it's so entertaining.
And how often do you play sports?
I must confess, although I used to play badminton weekly, I just don't get round to it nowadays. After working all day on my thesis, I prefer to slump down in front of the telly and binge watch some TV series. I guess I've become sort of a couch potato.
Do you watch sports matches on TV?
Yes, I do. However, I prefer watching sports games live because, you know, the lively energy of the crowd is so infectious. I can cheer my favorite team on and I can interact with other fans.
Okay, so now I'm going to move on to part 2. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. I'd like you to describe a time when you forgot something important. So you have a minute to prepare.
I wouldn't describe myself as a forgetful person, but last year I forgot my computer charger. Yeah, I know, in the grand scheme of things, it is a major thing like forgetting your ID card, but losing battery is a total nightmare for someone who needs to use a computer desperately. I was traveling back to my hometown and I had left my packing to the last minute because I was snowed under with work at the time. So I was rushing to pack a couple of hours before I set off. My charger is always plugged in and I didn't think about it until several hours later when I arrived home and went to recharge my battery because it was on 1%. I went through all of my bags and then I realized how stupid I was. I forgot to bring it with me. None of the shops in town sold this kind of charger, so I couldn't get another one. I ordered it online and it would take days to arrive, but I had promised my supervisor that I would send her an email about my paper, and I couldn't do it. I was panicking a lot and felt like having butterflies in my stomach during that time. Anyway, I've learned a big lesson since that day and I'm going to leave a spare charger in my suitcase forever.
Okay, can I take back the task card? Thank you very much. The pencil and paper. Okay, so we've been talking about a time when you forgot something important. I'd like to go on now and ask you some questions related to that. Let's talk first of all about people forgetting. Why do people forget things?
I guess that has something to do with age. You know, as people age, they tend to forget things very easily. That is, they can't remember where they keep their car keys or wallet, or some even forget their appointment schedule. And then people lose track of things because they have so many things on their plate, but they have a limited attention span. So they may be absorbed in one activity and then other things just slip from their memory.
And how can we avoid forgetting things?
Just keep a daily to-do list. Keep a small notepad where you can write down tasks that need to be done. If you're not a fan of writing notes by hand, then use a notepad on your cell phone, tablet, or computer to type in a short to-do list electronically. Plus, when we have so much going on, we can consider simplifying what to focus on. Many people take up responsibility that they don't really care about. If you clear those things from your life, you will have more space in your mind and you can remember things that you actually value.
Let's talk a bit about technology now. Do you agree that technology actually helps us remember things better?
Certainly, yes. I believe stuff like a reminder application has become a reliable way to memorize or remember things like important dates or events, especially for those people who are simply forgetful. But that being said, I believe people these days have lost faith in themselves. I mean, they don't trust their memory to remember things. They allow themselves to be enslaved by these modern technologies, even in remembering simple things such as anniversaries or birthdays.
Okay, that's great. That's the end of the speaking test. Thank you very much.